Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to lead you through chair yoga. We will practice together today for 30 minutes. So, as we go through class, just a reminder to listen to your body. If any of the stretches do not work for you, please skip them, come on out, and modify. Today, all that you'll need for class is you'll need a chair. So a chair that's at your desk is great. If your chair has wheels, you may want to put them in the lock position so you're not rolling around too much. And as we go through class today, I was thinking about working on the full body. So we're just going to work on releasing tension on the full body, those common areas that build up tension through the workday, such as the neck, the shoulders, the wrists, the spine, get down into the feet, and of course the hips. As we go through class, if you know that some of these stretches would be helpful for you in the future, try to remember them because many times when I'm sitting at the desk for long periods, every 20 minutes, every time on the hour, I'll try to do a little bit of stretching. I'll do a little stretch on my wrists, a little stretch on my neck. And something as small as 20 seconds of stretching, 30 seconds offers so much relief. It really helps to get the blood circulating and circulation going, which just feels really great, really helps to rejuvenate the areas. So I hope that this can help you throughout your work week. So we're going to get started in a little centering, and this is a nice opportunity just to release the day so far and to drop into your body and your breath. And we'll want to start by finding a comfortable seated position. So if it feels comfortable for you, come and scoot to the edge of your seat. And that will just help to prevent you from slouching back. So sometimes when we sit into the back of our chair, we're a little rounded here in the shoulders, a little compressed in the front body. But when we sit on the edge of the chair, it really helps to engage our core. And, breathing is such a big part of yoga. And when we sit with great posture, it really helps us to breathe those deep diaphragmatic breaths, to really breathe into the stomach, when we're not having the best posture, we're a little rounded. It's very challenging to breathe deeply into the stomach, into the ribs, and to the chest. So this can really help to just help with those deep breathing techniques. So let's take a moment here to close the eyes. And bringing some mindfulness into the moment. So we'll just begin to feel the feet pressing against the ground. Feel your knees in line with your heels. Feel your knees in line with your hips. And then feel that the shoulders are over the hips. So we just don't want to be leaning forward or back too much. And try to relax your shoulders away from the ears. Notice if you're holding a bit of tension there in the shoulders. Maybe find a neutral chin. Try to lengthen the back of your neck. And then reach and stretch through the crown of the head. And we'll begin to connect with the breath here, the rise and the fall of the breath. Trying to lengthen as you breathe in and lengthen as you breathe out. Maybe encouraging your exhale to be a little bit longer than the inhale. If you'd like, for class today, you can set an intention. Always nice to move with intention, have a goal, something that you would like to receive, achieve throughout the class. And that could be anything. Maybe you feel that you're very stressed and you want this next 30 minutes to be about self-care, to be about relaxation. Maybe you feel that you're holding tension in a particular area of your body and you really want to soothe that through movement and breath today. Let's take a moment here and we'll begin to drop our chin into the chest. So we'll just lengthen the back of the neck. Let your right ear roll to the right shoulder. So we're going to bring that into a bit of a neck release. Coming back through to center. Let's take our chin to our chest. Head releases to the other side. We'll go back through to center, chin to chest. And circling out the head a little bit here. Maybe find large circles and maybe find smaller circles here. And reverse. So we will flow in the other direction. And then as you're circling, just letting tension melt away with each movement. This is a nice stretch to remember. So if you know that you are holding tension in your neck through the day, or if you feel like you've been, looking at the computer for a little too long and just not having proper alignment in the neck, this can really release that tension. Also, it's helpful. I know when I'm holding my phone in my hand, looking down, my head just feels so heavy. And after doing that for a bit, this really helps to bring a lot of relief to the area. Now let's bring those neck circles into the torso. So begin to gently shift the weight around from side to side. And this is a really nice movement for getting into your low back. We'll get into our mid, into the upper back. And then also great for getting into the sides of the body a little bit. So we'll just find a bit of length and we'll find a bit of space here. And reverse, we will flow in the other direction. And as you circle here, maybe feel your body reacting to the movement. So as you shift your weight off to the right, maybe feel your left sitting bone and feeling your left leg lifting up and lifting from the chair a bit. Good. Let's bring ourselves back into stillness. We'll find a neutral spine. And for this one, you may want to be sitting on the edge of the seat. It might make it a little bit more accessible. And we're just going to start by taking that right knee to our chest and into our stomach. So we're just going to kind of march that leg up. Now, as you're doing this, try to keep your spine as straight as possible. We don't want to be rounding the back body at all. So you want to zip our core up. And a nice way to do that is to create a little sensation of tucking your tailbone. Feel your navel move back and up to the spine a little bit. And then creating that nice long line that flows through the spine. So you want to lengthen the back of the neck, reach and stretch out through the crown of the head. Good. Let's give ourselves a moment here, resetting, taking a breath in and out. And then let's try on the other side. We're going to lift that left leg up. So trying to take that left knee and just drawing it up towards the chest. Good. We're going to reset the feet here. Let's bring that right leg up and over, just crossing. You might want to press up just so that you can get grounded evenly on the right side and the left side. We'll take a nice full breath here to lengthen. And fold yourself down on the exhale. Hands, they can relax down. You can also reach for hands underneath the legs too. You could reach for opposite wrists. Let's take a moment to just close the eyes here. Maybe do a little bit of a scan of your body. Notice where you might be holding on to tension. And then letting that tension go as you exhale. Let's Begin to release. We're going to flow on up through the spine. We're going to unwrap the legs. Again, we're going to float forward to the edge of our seat. You can always hold on if you need to. And then this time, let's begin to straighten that right leg out. So we're just going to take a moment to press out through the heel and the back of the knee. We'll aim to have our heel in line with our hips, so feel free to lift that foot up a little bit if you need to. Good. Plant the feet. Give yourself a breath here. Let's take it on the left side. So we're just going to kick that left leg out in front. And again, just checking in, being really mindful of the spine, trying not to round here. Try to keep the integrity of the spine nice and straight. Letting yourself reset here, taking a breath in and out. Left leg, let's bring it up and over. We're just crossing here. Shift up, get even here in the sitting bones. Lengthen and come on down for a fold. Hands relax or connect the hands or reach for opposite elbows underneath the legs. And this is a variation of a forward fold. These are very beneficial. Can be a really nice stretch for your low back, for your neck. And also, maybe you're feeling a little bit of pressure from the stomach on the tops of the legs, and that can be a little massage for the internal organs. A little pressure can be good for the digestive system as well. And release. Let's flow on up through the spine. One vertebrae at a time. We're going to grab onto our chair this time. Feet will come out nice and wide. And begin to windshield wipe the knees off to the right and then off to the left. We'll just do a little swish here from side to side. And then coming back through to stillness here, we'll realign. Let's take our time to set up. So heels in line with knees, knees in line with hips. We're going to take our hands right on up to the sky for a nice full breath in. Let's bring that right hand down the back. Left hand can draw you into a shoulder release. And let's see if we can relax our shoulders from the ears, create a bit more space here. Give yourself that nice deep full inhale and a nice deep full exhale. Hands will reach up. Let's take a full breath here. Left hand floats down the back. Right hand draws you into that stretch. Maybe seeing if you're holding tension in the face, try to relax the eyebrows. Try to relax through the jaw. Bring the arms out into a T position. We're going to float that right hand off to the left. Left arm is underneath. Then left arm begins to bend. And then we'll begin to draw that arm into the body. See if you can relax your right shoulder from the right ear. Give yourself a nice deep full inhale and a nice deep full exhale. Let's float those arms out and open. Full breath here. Let's bring that left arm off to the right. Right arm is underneath. Bending that right arm and drawing the arm in. And this one can be so nice for opening up your shoulder, getting into the rotator cuff. So nice for giving a stretch to all these muscles as well. Arms float out into T. Let's take that right arm under, left arm over. And this time we'll try for a wrap with the arms. So one option is to reach for opposite shoulders. Maybe press the backs of your hands together. Maybe wrap the arms up and wrap the hands up. And then if you wanted even more, you could take your fingertips up towards the sky. I'm just trying to breathe into the stretch. So really nice stretch for those arms, getting into the shoulders. Take a nice deep full inhale and exhale here. Let's sweep those arms out into our T position. Left arm under, right arm over, cross the arms up. Reaching for opposite shoulders, pressing the backs of the hands together. Maybe arms wrap up and maybe the hands wrap up. Staying where you're at. Maybe hands sweep up if you'd like. Breathing. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through the nose. Unwrap the arms. Let's float our hands onto our shoulders. Bring your elbows forward. We're going to take them up. Let's relax them back and then take them down. Full breath in and release. And one more time. Let's inhale and exhale. Right hand, let's begin to float that out in front. Fingertips will point up. Left hand comes in. We're going to pull those fingertips back towards your face. Try to press out through the palm. Try to press out through the crease in the elbow. And this is a really nice stretch for opening up these muscles. So these muscles are going to shorten when we're typing, when we're with the phone. So this one could be a very beneficial one to remember. And release. We're just relaxing the hand down and then pressing into the top. So I mentioned this quickly at the beginning of class. Sometimes when I know that I have a lot of work at the computer, or I'm going to be on the phone a lot, I'll just set a little reminder for myself that on the top of every hour, I just take, 60 seconds just to do a little stretching, and it helps. So maybe that's something that you can incorporate into your day. I'm going to take our left hand out in front, fingertips point up, draw the fingertips back. Breathing here, nice deep full inhale and nice deep full exhale. And relax the hand down. Let's press right into the top of the hand. Hands come together. Fingers will interlock, palms will touch, and circle out through the wrists. Maybe find large circles here and maybe find smaller circles here. And reverse, we will flow in the other direction. And let that go. Let's take out those wrists a little bit. Let's come on up to standing. We'll try some standing stretches today. And for our first standing stretch, let's bring our chair off to the side of us. We're going to take it off to the left. And we can work a little bit with our balance here. So for this one, know that you can always hold on to your chair, or you can challenge the balance a little bit more. Let's begin to take our right knee up. We're going to find a 90-degree angle here. Right arm will come out into a half T position with a relaxed elbow and wrist. Hand on the chair, or opposite hand will meet it. So when we balance, we always want to find a focal point. We call that a drishti, and that's Sanskrit word for a focal point, one spot to focus concentration and awareness. So really focus on that one spot. Just try not to let the eye shift at all. And release. Let's bring hands down. We're going to do a reset on the feet. If you need that chair, we're going to send it off to the right so that the shoulders can stay even. Let's bring our left leg up when you're ready. Arms come out into T. Now try to get very grounded in your right foot. We'll press through the inside, through the outside. And then notice your body's natural tendency, noticing if you tend to roll to the inside of your foot, or rolling to the outside of the foot. And release. Hands can relax. Feet will come out nice and wide. And let's do a little swish to the right and the left. So we'll come into empty coat sleeve stretch. And then as you're twisting to the left, you're just gonna have that right heel lift up so that the knee and the heel and the toes are all tracking in the same line. So it's just a little gentler on your body. Good. Let's come into stillness here. We're going to grab onto our chair with our left hand. Feet are in line with your hips. Let's take our right arm up and over, and we're going to try for a side stretch here. So now that you have your chair that you can hold on to, really try to press your right hip to the right. So see if you can get a little bit more stretch here into the waist and into the side of the body. Maybe roll that right shoulder back, left shoulder under. And try to feel that the heart is shining up to the sky. We'll bring ourselves back through to center. Take our chair, let's send it to the other side. Right hand grounds and plants. Let's bring that left arm up and over when you're ready. And then it's kind of this dramatic feeling, but really try to press your hips to the left. So this is a variation of a pose called half moon. And we really try to aim the shape of a crescent moon. So when we look up at the moon and it looks like a banana, so we want this kind of curved part on the outside and then also this curved part on the inside as well. And this one is just nice because it's a really good full body stretch. Let's begin to release. We're going to come back to center. Using the back of our chair, let's try for a down dog. So if your chair has wheels, you may want to skip this one. It just might not feel safe. So always check in, make sure it feels good for you. But if everything's feeling okay, we're going to take our hands into the top of the chair. Then you're going to walk your feet back. And we're going to just stretch it out here. So one thing to remember when we do work with a variation of down dog like this, there really isn't a lot of weight in the hands. So pretty much all of the weight is back into your heels. So you really want to send the weight into your heels, let your hands be light. And almost create this little sensation like you could lift your hands from the chair. And option to stay here. If you want to give yourself a little twist, let's take our left hand to our left leg. And we're going to try to roll that left shoulder under and then right shoulder open. Almost like you could shine your heart up at the sky. And we'll reset back to center. Let's take our right hand for our left leg. We're going to twist it out. And release. Let's put ourselves back through to that down dog. And walk our feet in. As you come on up to stand, let's take a nice deep shoulder roll. Take the shoulders up, back, and down. Great job. So let's try one more balance here. So we're going to try to build on that crane pose. So we'll start with our chair on the right side this time. And for this one, either come into crane how we were last time. If you'd like, you can grab onto the knee and then pull that in. So hand can be on the chair, or you can take both of your hands and gently support the front of the knee. And on this one, we're going to try to use a little bit of that shoulder strength, a little bit of that arm strength to really pull the leg into your body. And this one is really great for strengthening your balance. So we strengthen all of the muscles through the foot, through the ankle, through the knee. So all those little muscles, but then we also strengthen all of the big muscles in our leg as well. Let's begin to release. We're going to float that foot down. Chair, let's send that off to the other side. And with one hand or maybe both hands, let's take that right knee into our chest. So as I mentioned, it's very beneficial for strengthening the left leg. But this is also a really nice stretch for the right hip. So you might feel a little pressure into the hip joint. That one is normal and expected. This is a very good pose as well for your back. And release. We're going to set that foot down. This time, let's just shake it out a little bit. We're just going to shake out our wrists and we'll just shake out our legs of any tension. Good. Now from here, let's take a moment to work with the front of the chair. So I'll just spin that around so that you can access the seat of the chair. And from here, let's take our feet in line with our hips. We're going to bring our hands up. We'll take a nice full breath in. And we're going to bring our hands down onto the chair. Now let's try down dog with our hands on the seat. Again, if you have wheels that are not locked, you might want to skip it. But also there really isn't going to be much weight in the hands. So we do want to bring all the way back into the heels. You can just check in, see if that's going to work for you. Even I can just lift my hands from the chair on this one. So a little different variation of the downward facing dog, also called Adho Svanasana. And on this one, we're just going to bring the weight back into the heels. We're going to let our toes be light and almost create the sensation like the hands could lift from the chair. So we really want to bring the weight back into the heels. This one's so beneficial. Gentle inversion, head below the heart a bit. You can feel the backs of the legs lengthening, sitting bones to sky. You can feel the spine lengthening as well. And we'll try for a twist here. Let's take our left hand to our right leg and we'll try to roll that left shoulder under and we'll try to roll that right shoulder open. And reset. Let's float ourselves down. We'll try that on the other side. Right hand to your left leg, twist it open. And reset. We'll come back to that down dog. Walk your feet towards your chair. You're going to come back into a forward fold. And then as you take your forward fold here, let's work with our spines. We'll begin to lower the stomach. We will lift up through the heart. Let your tailbone lower and let the crown of the head lower. If this is feeling tricky, sometimes bending the knees just helps that make the stretch a little bit more accessible. Let's come back through to stillness here. We're going to walk our hands off towards the left. So we'll just find a little side stretch here. Try to ground evenly through both of the feet, inside and outside. And we'll come back through to center. Let's take the hands to the other side. Reaching and stretching through the waist. Lengthen through the side body, through the arm, through the fingertips. We'll bring ourselves back through to center. Let's take a moment here to lower the stomach, lift up through the heart. We'll do a little rounding of the spine to come on up to stand. Take a nice deep full breath in, hands sweep up. On exhale, hands come to the heart. Thank you so much for joining today. It's wonderful to be here with you to share yoga with you. I hope that you enjoyed the practice today. I wanted to share the letter of the day today. So that is A. So A as an apple. That's A as an apple. So make sure you jot that down if you're participating. And I look forward to seeing you next week. So I'll be back on Monday. I'm here at 5:30. That's Eastern time. And that's for all levels yoga. So really nice yoga practice on the yoga mat. Have a wonderful weekend. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.